Hi friends, I hope you're having an inspiring day. We are having a super inspiring day today because, as you may or may not know from my Instagram and little mentions in other YouTube videos, we have purchased a home here in Portugal. So we're here in Lisbon for that reason. As you can tell by the title, we purchased a home and today is our closing day. We are just about to head to the legal offices to close. We're obviously in an Airbnb right now, but we are so excited. If you haven't heard me mention it before, this is kind of a dream we had about a year ago. We kind of started taking moves and making action on it about 6 months ago, doing a lot of legwork, a lot of the research, a lot of the administrative paperwork 6 months ago. And then last month, if you were following on my Instagram, we came here in March to look at properties, meet with banks, figure out all of our financing. We ended up placing an offer while we were here. It was accepted and we are here on our closing date. So we get the keys today, very exciting, and we are going to do some light renos to the place. Obviously we're gonna furnish the place, but I think that this vlog is going to kind of just take you through the journey and the memories that we are going to have about this new home. Toronto's still gonna be home base, but this will be our second home here in Lisbon and obviously our home base in Europe. I will do a complete Q&A on the home buying process here in Portugal, Lisbon specifically, in another video. I feel like there are so many questions that I've received, especially on Instagram, about the nitty-gritty things and implications about buying as a foreigner and not, financing or not, all that stuff. So if you have any questions about the process or any specific questions about Lisbon and purchasing here as a whole, leave them in the comment section below and we will dedicate an entire video to answering all of those questions. But without further ado, let's go get our new home. We weren't allowed to bring cameras into the lawyer's office, but where are the chefs? Where are the chefs? all of the keys. So many keys. Even come to the fish. We're gonna take a birdie home.
Bureaucracy.
So we're back now from running around. We're back at our Airbnb because, long story short, but the sellers canceled all of their contracts for utilities, and so we had to go to all of the utilities people independently to sign up for a new contract when really all you had to do was just transfer it to our payment method. But nevertheless, here we are. We got our water, our gas and electricity scheduled to turn back on, but as of right now there is none of those things in the house. The plans for the rest of the night is that we are going to get our internet set up. We went online and figured out which package we wanted, so we're gonna go into the store and hopefully get that set up tonight. And
if the electricity turns on.
Hopefully the electricity turns on tonight. Let's hope so. But luckily we got our Airbnb to kind of cross over a few days, so we still have this place to stay at until we get everything set up in the new place. We're going to head back to the place. Our Airbnb is actually just down the street from our new place. We planned that for this exact reason. We're gonna go measure some things out because tomorrow we get some furniture. And we're also doing some framing on the walls. It's going to look very European chic. And so we are also going to be renting a van tomorrow to pick those up, so we need to get the measurements by then. Lots of work to do. Yeah, I feel like this one needs one of those frames. So here's the plan. I just drew it up on my phone. I took a photo and then I kind of just drew it out to see which one we liked better. Because there was the 3 option or there was the 2 option, but I feel like the framing with the 3 option looks more interesting. Mostly because we're gonna keep the style of the home pretty minimalist. So I feel like this will draw attention to the wall. Currently, the wall looks like this. Before we get started on all the work, I figured I would give you guys a little empty house tour. Here is the entrance in classic old European style fashion. In here, you've got the lovely living room. This is probably my favorite part of the entire house. You've got the original moldings at the top and these gorgeous 2 French window style shutters. We are going to be doing a lot to this room, but to give you guys an idea of what the space looks like, we've also got the original hardwood flooring, which also we love. They've actually got these glass partition doors. I'm not sure if we're gonna keep them, but this one for now will be here. Here's our hallway, which we don't have electricity yet, as you have heard, but we are planning on doing quite a bit of molding on the sides and the walls of the hallway as well to kind of spruce it up and give it a little bit of character. Again, we have no light, so it's it looks really doom and gloom, but in here is actually our storage room, which is actually quite large in size. David's 6'3", so he's sitting in there quite comfortably, which it's great because goodbye. Then in here we've got the master bedroom. It looks kind of small, but it definitely looked bigger when there was a bed in here, but it's still quite large in size for Lisbon. I think we are going to do molding on that side of the wall, kind of like a statement wall. And then through the hallway here, we have our kitchen to the right. We did not get to keep the fridge, so we did order one, but it's got really high ceilings, which is nice. We're not gonna do any huge renos to this as of yet, but maybe sometime in the future. It's pretty clean and functional, so it doesn't really need much. They did leave us all these interesting picture frames though. This one by far is the creepiest. So this place is a 2-bedroom, but it has a few other little rooms that are interesting. So through here, past the kitchen, you have a little dining area. We're actually thinking of building a little breakfast banquette here to kind of make use of the space, make it super cute. The other side of this glass is actually somebody else's place. It has like a little courtyard, but you can't really use it. So we're gonna try to make it cute. Here's our washroom, which again is quite sizable for Lisbon. And the very last room is very interesting. So this is our guest room, our 2nd bedroom. It is very narrow in size, as you can tell. So what we're gonna do is put a single bed here, like a day bed that pulls out into a double bed. But back here, past these little curtains, you've got yet another door, which leads you into a little solarium looking room. You can put a desk in here. I think they put a single bed in here at one point as well, or a cot. And then on each side, we've got built-in PAX closets, which is quite handy, kind of store linens and things like that. It's, it is fully decked out to store quite a bit of stuff. I think they used this as their kids' back room before, but it's got this on both sides. Happy day 2 of home owning. We just rented our rental car. We are going to have this rental car for quite a few days, kind of just to pick up odds and ends here and there. It's quite a small rental car. We rented what would have been a Fiat, but it actually came to be a Toyota Yaris, but it's about the same size. And we are headed to IKEA now to pick up some items. We also rented a van there, so we're gonna leave the rental car there. But this rental car is both for just getting around and like heading to the places that are really in the suburbs. So things like
outlet malls.
Shopping, but no, we're going for things like hardware stores, furniture stores, things like that. There aren't as many large ones in Lisbon.
They have this one. This to the wall?
Yeah.
Tape on top to keep it there. Tape? So it doesn't fall.
You put tape on molding?
Oh, yeah.
Had a bit of time, taking a little break. Here is everything. It's a lot of stuff. This is not even everything. We actually ended up getting a bunch ordered and delivered to the place, but this is the stuff. For some reason they couldn't deliver with our delivery, so we had to come pick it up in person.
Keys in the glove.
This has been an adventure. This is how we got in to the car. It in standard. This van is in standard.
It's almost as bad as driving that buggy in Isla Mujeres.
I honestly think that this is harder than the Isla Mujeres one.
Well, mostly because it's so big.
Yeah. So they left the car with 0 gas. These cars come with a prepaid fuel card. I don't know if it actually has money on it. We're gonna find out, but this little thing is where you get all of your information for the rental car. This has been quite the adventure. I would say if Dave didn't know how to speak Portuguese, this entire process would probably take a lot longer because some people speak very good English and some people don't, and obviously for those who don't, it just takes longer to communicate and figure things out. And this process to get this van was it was a thing. It was definitely very stressful for Dave. Here's the moment of truth. So did the prepaid fuel card work? I don't know what happened just now, but some guy had to come and help Dave. So, not so funny story, but this is my current situation on the sidewalk because we left our rental car at IKEA, took the van, but we left the keys to our place in that car, drove in rush hour, and now I'm literally waiting outside the door while Dave goes returns the van, which will take about an hour with all of our stuff. Everything's just on the sidewalk. I'm just sitting here. What I've learned in Portuguese is the phrase estou esperando as chaves, which means I'm waiting for my keys. For reference, this is everything. New development. Our neighbor looked out the window, saw me waiting outside looking so ridiculous, opened our front door here, so I am slowly moving everything into our lobby by myself. Exciting. Oh my god, guys. So, as you know, we need to open the utilities for this apartment, and the water service guy, of course, from our luck, arrives as I'm still waiting for Dave to come with the keys, and he's like, you don't have a key to the door or to the water meter, and normally that means like they can't open the water and we'd have to schedule a new appointment. But he looks at me and he speaks like no English, and he's like, you look like a good person, I'll open the water for you, but you need to send me the photo of the water meter when you can open the door. Bless. I think everybody is just feeling so sorry for me. This girl's struggling to bring all the stuff inside. Struggle sauce, and they just like see me struggling, and they're like, they're equally good people, and I think to put it out there, it's just like, you know, kindness doesn't cost a thing. I say it all the time, but if you're kind, kindness comes back to you. So we are headed back to the Leroy Merlin IKEA area to pick up some more things that we weren't able to pick up yesterday, and obviously yesterday was quite the adventure, as you saw. There were just so many things. Bless those kind people, bless the neighbor who opened the front door for me, bless the water guy who decided to still turn on our water despite me not having any keys to the place and not being able to access the meter. Kind people like that, I feel like, are what made yesterday a lot less stressful despite still being stressful. But the new development is we still do not have electricity. When we went to the utility place to turn on the electricity, they had told us that it would only take a couple days, but it has now been a couple days and there's still no electricity, and we need to check out of our Airbnb tomorrow. So we called frantically all around. We finally got an answer that our electricity is not going to be turned on for another 2 to 3 days. So we have now frantically booked another Airbnb. They haven't accepted yet, but there is a slight possibility we might be staying in a home just with no electricity and just living, you know, the simple way. Hello IKEA. All of the bed sheets 515 euros later. So we are now at this place called Spasu Casa, and it's kind of like a general department home store.
Soap, we need this soap.
We're now in a place called Auchen.
Need some crackers?
Underwear. I don't need any quick. But this place is kind of like a Walmart. It's got like everything. It's got groceries. It's got electronics. Housewares. Housewares. All of the exciting shopping.
So flashlight thing?
So here at Leroy Merlin. For the record, I am also going to put up molding. I'm going to learn. It's going to be a new experience and of learning how to put up molding on a wall. We are home and we are beginning drawing out the frame for the boxes for the molding. Okay, update. I've been drawing the lines with the level. Dave has been testing doing this by hand because we don't have any electricity. Happy day 4 of home ownership. We had to check out of our Airbnb. We originally thought we were going to be able...
I had a great poop this morning.
A little TMI, but Dave really wanted to overshare it. We had to check out of our Airbnb because originally we thought we were gonna be able to stay here in the home, but because we don't have electricity, we frantically booked another Airbnb just for 2 days because we found out yesterday that we would be getting electricity, hopefully, tomorrow or the day after. So we're just back at the house. We brought all of our luggage here. We're gonna check into another Airbnb just down the road. Thank goodness for Airbnbs, but we're gonna try to get the molding finished today.
Yes, we are.
So what? I've been doing so much. So since Dave, oh my god, I look naked. I'm not naked, I promise. Since Dave is doing the cuts and there's really not much for me to do there, I'm going to be building our guest room bed. As you can see, it's quite a narrow space, so we actually got a day bed there that pulls out into a double bed, so our guests can have a double bed if they're a couple or something like that, but I've never built this bed before, so we're gonna see how it goes.
Woke up early just to see the sun. With every possibility, you're making all of me undone. Not so sure yet, but
Day 5 of home ownership, and the most exciting thing happened. There's electricity. In other news, a little update. We have finished one wall of the framing, and yesterday your girl finished building this Brimney's bed, which, by the way, if you go to IKEA and buy, just know that there's a million steps to build this bed. It looks seemingly easy and not very complicated, but there are a million pieces. Things are looking up today. We've got our fridge, and currently we are getting the rest of our furniture delivered. Ordered pizza because I feel like you order pizza when you renovate. Here is all of the goodies. All of the goodies successfully delivered, we think. Here is the update on the situation in the framing. Dave's pretty much done half of the living room. Day 6-ish, I don't know, of home ownership. We are very excited because we get the rest of our utilities today done. So our internet, our gas comes today. We're getting a dishwasher, oh no, not a dishwasher, a laundry machine today, which is a 2-in-1, a laundry and dryer. That's very exciting. And today we are also painting. All right, here is the update. We have internet now. The guy for internet came. We are trying to finish painting the framing. It is actually a lot more difficult and complicated than you'd think because you have to get into all the little tiny grooves. This gives you kind of an idea. of what everything will look like. So just to give you an idea of what it looks like when you paint, it looks like that, but you gotta get in that little groove. So you kind of gotta hold it, saturate it, and kind of pull the paint inside down to get that perfect kind of finish. As a complete aside, I'm having a little regret moment. I'm trying not to, but this paint, when I saw it in the store, was like pretty white. It was just a little off-white, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but at least to my eyes, kind of looking a little pink beige. And really, I just wanted like a white for like off-white, and I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't just get white. After 2 days of like truly questionable moods, because I had chosen a paint and hated it, and we had to go back and get the right paint, which was basically just a base white. Dave was not very happy with me.
We're not talking.
But after all of that, it is finally done. Please ignore all of our leishu, our garbage around. We have to properly dispose of everything, but look at the framing. We also built the couch and the ottomans. Only one of them has a cover right now, but you can kind of see the room come together. The molding looks so good. I think with the crown molding that's on the ceiling, I feel like it matches. You also saw me paint the bedroom because we also did the molding just on the back wall, and I feel like that with our headboard is going to look so good. I'm going to be building the bed today, so hopefully we can sleep in this bed tonight. But so far, what we've been doing is just sleeping in our guest room, which is fairly basic.
Stand by, friend, I'm here for you. You know it's true, you know it's true. Paint this town and sing our tune. We're spinning through, we know.
My very glamorous working outfit.
We'll make it.
So we finished the bed. Look at the little nook. Looking so cute in the nookie. Bench is looking good. Table's looking good. If you never knew how to take off these stickers without creating like, you know, that sticky thing underneath or parts of it not coming off, a little hack that Dave taught me here was you take a blow dryer to it and it makes it easy to come off. Happy last day here in Lisbon, Lisboa. We were able to get a good amount of housework done. You pretty much just saw all the behind the scenes of us trying to figure it out and freaking out. But let me show you what we were able to get done and what the final product looks like. There's still some work to be done in the house, but I feel very proud of ourselves for so much that we've accomplished we've been here for 2 weeks. So I guess this is the little bit of the after empty house tour, but all of our luggage is ready to go. Here are the panels, all finished, painted white. Looks so much better. I'm so glad that we made that choice to change it back white. We have our ottomans there, all ready to go. We actually purchased these vintage mirrors close to an antique market close to Batalha. We haven't hung it yet, but it's gonna chill there. We've got our couch, as you probably already saw. Our internet, very glamorous, all hooked up. And there's the other panel there. In the hallway here, we weren't actually able to do the framing in the hallway just yet. It's definitely still in the plans, but here's a little key. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I got this key at the vintage market. Here is the bedroom, also all done. We've been sleeping in here for the past couple of nights. Obviously not done as well. There's literally nothing in this bedroom other than this lovely bed with storage. We were able to find these vintage appliances that I was obsessed with, and these little jars as well. That's really the only decor that we've got going on in the place. Nothing really different in the kitchen. We added a new microwave and this little bar here because it didn't really fit completely. So we just put that in there and maybe we'll fix it up. The kitchen, I feel like, needs a little refreshing, but otherwise still good to go. And possibly the biggest work that we did in the house was this little breakfast nook, which again is not decorated, but it's all ready to be decorated. We actually ended up getting this beautiful vase, water jug from Linha de Cerâmica, which is a well-known Portuguese ceramic place. This is that extendable table that we got from IKEA. We got little storage bins underneath there just because I feel like that's a good use of space, but the breakfast nook is coming together really well. The way I see it is that we'll probably have some decor up top here later on. Haven't gotten the chance to really decorate, but I feel like the bones are here. We also got our washing machine, which is very exciting. It does both, 2-in-1, lava e seca. It washes and dries, so that's very exciting. In the washroom, nothing has changed at all whatsoever. We've just been really using it as a bathroom. And in the guest room, you saw me build this bed. This is all ready to go. This is where we were sleeping before our bedroom was ready. And back here in the little solarium closet, gigantic walk-in closet, literally the walk-in closet of my dreams, nothing has changed at all. We're just gonna pull the shades down just to make sure we, you know, keep the privacy. I mean, obviously we didn't get everything, all the things we wanted to get done. We wanted to do the paneling on the hallways. We wanted to do some more decor, but honestly in 2 weeks, time just flies. You don't realize just how long it takes to do these things. Like, we ended up getting cameras and installed those throughout the home just because obviously we're not here. They're Wi-Fi connected and we have people that are in Portugal that we can trust to come and solve things in case something goes wrong, but you know, hopefully nothing does, but at least we've got eyes on the place. But even just getting the right cameras, getting hooked up to Wi-Fi, going out to get them, coming, bringing them back, sending them, all of that takes time. And I feel like we really underestimated just how long it was going to take to just even like furnish this place. I feel like with our home in Toronto, because we lived in it and we obviously are there all the time, we underestimated it. So that is the empty house tour. Thank you for coming on this adventure. You have definitely seen the ups, you've seen the downs, you've seen the exciting days. I can't wait to actually look back at the day that we closed on the home because I feel like so much has happened since. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And now we have a home here in Portugal. But with that, we will say até logo. See you soon. Até já. Be right back. We're going to be here again in June, July, and we're going to be exploring more of Portugal, a lot less home stuff, more Portugal points of interest stuff. So if you're interested in that, definitely stay tuned. I have some old vlogs from when we came here for the first time in 2019, but I feel like so much has changed since. We're going to be here with my parents, we're going to be in Porto, we're going to be in the Algarve, in Lisbon again, so hopefully we'll be able to show you more of the charm of this beautiful city we've decided to call a second home. But with that, thank you again for being a part of this adventure. It's been so nice having like another friend on the other side of the screen. But with that, I hope you have an inspiring rest of your day. Remember, kindness doesn't cost a thing, and I'll see you back in Toronto. Bye. Goodbye from Dave's butt too.